This is the one that people are gonna hate me for.
Oh, for God's sake, Niall!
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new around here, then welcome. Hi, I'm Jasmine. I make One Direction videos on this channel, but I also have a main channel linked in the description if you want to go check out my videos over there. I just wanted to apologize for being away for a while. I wasn't filming videos because I told you guys I had a lot of stuff going on in my family, in my personal life, so I was away for a little bit, but I'm back on my feet now and ready to film videos for you all again. So I'm kicking it all off by filming another ranking video, which is going to be ranking Harry's tour suits. Wait, before I start talking about this video, I do just want to say this is really random, but I know it feels really weird for me to be wearing this pink bandana because there's orange words on my shirt, but you can't see the pink. There's pink on it. The little ghosts are wearing pink flowers and it matches the headband, but you can't see it, so it looks weird. It's a Two Ghost shirt. It's so cute. It says we're not who we used to be. It's from Shop Love Simply, of course. That's where all my merch comes from these days, and I have a coupon code linked in the description if you want to go and get you something 10% off. But yeah, today's video is going to be ranking Harry's tour suits. I'm so excited to do this because one, I love doing ranking videos, and two, this one has been requested for a long time now, and I think now is a great time because I really do miss tour. So this is a perfect time to kind of reminisce on the 2018 Harry Styles Live on Tour. I'm gonna try and keep this one as honest as I possibly can because sometimes in my ranking videos sugar-coat it a little bit. I don't want to do that. I want to share with you truthfully and honestly how I feel about all of his tour suits. So with that being said, let's just get into the video. Before I get started ranking Harry's tour suits, of course I have to read you my categories so we can all understand what each tier is going to stand for. By the way, I do these ranking videos on Tier Maker. It's a website. I'll have this one linked down below if you want to go and rank his tour suits for yourself. You just have to go into the little settings gear and change the name of the rows to whatever you want them to say. So my very top tier is called the Elite. Notice how Elite is in all caps because these suits are like better than the best of the best, like my all-time favorite suit. The second tier is called Still Deserves to be Kept Forever and Heavily Guarded. I remember when there was a rumor going around for a long time that Harry has a big like freezer vault that he locks up his tour suits in, and I can't remember if it ended up being true or not. My memory is not reliable, but for this second tier, these are suits that are still so good and they deserve to be locked up and heavily guarded because they're beautiful and need protected. Maybe not my all-time favorite, but still so good. The third tier is called Might Be Okay If I'm Sitting in the Nosebleeds. Like if I have a really bad seat like up in the top section and Harry looks like a little pea on the stage and I can barely see his outfit, then maybe it would be okay. Not a favorite, don't really like it that much, but it's not terrible. Then my second to last category is called Please Never Wear This Again. Like this is simply a bad outfit and I don't like it and I don't want anything to do with it. And then of course, you know where this is going. The bottom tier is worst of the worst, worse than bad. I can think of one thing that I might put in the electric chair, but so those are my tiers, and now we can just get started with ranking all of Harry's tour suits. So first up down here in the bottom, we have the Paris suit, which is like this sparkly black suit going on. I like it. I feel like you can never go wrong. You'll see a common trend in this ranking videos. I really love the glittery suits. I love them. The glitter makes it look like it wasn't just thrown together and like there was more thought put into it. Plus, not only does he have the open neck thing going on, and I like that, but it's also like a little bit ruffly. Like it's not just your basic black long sleeve. Me trying to be a fashion critic, I'm not. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is just my opinion. I think I really like this one, but not like a lot. I'm gonna put this in Still Deserves to be Kept Forever and Heavily Guarded because it's a good suit, just not a favorite. So first one's going in the second tier. So the next suit on this tier maker is the Sydney suit. It's like this weird off yellow gold looking color with a strange design like along the arm. I don't really like it. I think it's nothing that's like exciting, like nothing that's like, oh my god, look at his suit. I mean, maybe to the fashion critics, they're like, wow, this is a moment, this is a movement. But me, just like this random Midwestern fangirl sitting in her bedroom, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. It doesn't matter what I like and what I don't. But I don't like the color. It wants to be yellow, but it's like kind of off brown orange looking too. She's giving me squash. Harry said sweet potato pie for dinner. I think I'm gonna put this in Might Be Okay If I'm Sitting in the Nosebleed because it's like not awful. The next suit up is the suit from Perth, Australia. It's like the plain black with the weird lightning bolt zigzag glitter I don't know if that is that rhinestones. It's glittery, but it's like in a you have eyes, you can see what it looks like. Sorry. I don't really like this suit either. I feel like it's another one of those things where it's like a plain suit, but then you threw something on it to make it look a little bit more exciting, but it's just not. I think the pattern is weird. I mean, I love a glitter suit, but I don't like the pattern of the sparkles. He looks like a magician or something.
Why did I say that? Not a magician. I meant wizard, but that's so fucking funny.
I'm gonna put it in the same category. Might be okay if I'm sitting in the nosebleeds. I can't even see this picture. What is this? Whatever this one is down here in the bottom, I'm gonna have to skip it because I can't see the full picture. So the next one is the very much famous Milan Suit. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not. I've never heard someone say it out loud, I don't think. I love this suit. I know people hate it. I know people hate it. They call it the Willy Wonka suit. I know people don't like her. They think it's just like too much, but I love it. I don't know why. Why do I love this suit? I just think it's really fun. It's really out there. It's something different. Like purple with yellow, but it's also really sparkly. And it's got this big dramatic bow tie on the front. I love it. It's just like outlandish. It's crazy. But he wears it well. Not one of my all-time favorites, but I love it. So I'm gonna put it in the second tier. Still deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. I'm so sorry if my top suits in the top 2 tiers only end up being the glittery ones. I'm sorry. I just really like them. Next up is London Night 2. Don't really have much to say about this suit. Like, it's just a cheetah print suit. It's just another one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's a cheetah print suit. ... You know what I'm saying? I just think it's nothing too exciting or crazy. It's just there. He makes it look good. He makes everything look good. So I'm gonna put it in. It might be okay if I'm sitting in the nosebleeds. Next up is another like really well-known or like famous one, which is the Amsterdam Suit. Everyone calls it, well, it's not really a suit, is it? It's like an outfit. But everyone calls it the pirate one. He does kind of look like a pirate. And his pants are so tight. Baby, can you breathe? I mean, I appreciate the effort. I like the ruffles, but it just like doesn't fit with this theme that we have going of like these tour suits. I feel like this one was just very random. Maybe that's just me, but I don't like it that much. I don't think it's anything. I mean, Harry pulls it off well. Like I said, he pulls off everything really well. But I don't really like it that much. So I'm gonna put it in the same third tier. Might be okay if I'm sitting in the nosebleeds. Not because I mean that, but just because I want it to be third. Next up is Houston, and I don't hate it, surprisingly, even though it's like kind of boring. This one is really simple though, but it like works. Like I want it to be boring, but for some reason, especially in this picture, just because this is a really good picture of this outfit, I just kind of really like it. Literally just a black button up and some dress pants. Even though I said like some of the other ones were a little underwhelming, this is underwhelming, but like in a way that he pulls off really well. I'm gonna put it in the second tier, not because it's like, well, should I? No, I'm gonna put it in the third tier, but I don't hate it. Like I would like it even if I was sitting in the pit, okay? It has nothing to do with not liking it. It's just not as exciting and fun and amazing as like some of the other ones that come later that I really, really love. So I'll put it in the third tier. Next up we have the Belgium Suit. This is another one that's like really simple, but I love it so much for some reason. And I think it's because of the gold cuffs. Like it just works. Like you have the maroon suit with the nice black underneath, but then that pop of gold on his arms makes it stand out a lot more than it would have if he would have just worn a maroon suit. So I really, really like this, especially with his ring. That clash of the gold with his rings, it just looks so good. So I'm gonna put Belgium up here and still deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. I promise you I have like a top 5 favorite. They just haven't come yet on this tier maker. But yeah, this one's gonna go in the second tier. No, not the top tier, the second tier. There we go. Next up we have this like plaid with the gold trim Brazil suit. I don't hate it. I like this one a little bit better than the other plaid suit he did because he did 2 different like plaid black and white kind of things. But this one's a little bit better because the shape of the front and the thing going down the front of him on his white shirt. And then this one also has a gold trim, which I think if you put a trim on the sleeves and on the pockets and stuff, it pulls the suit together a lot better than if it was just plain. I think I'm gonna put this one in the third tier because I don't really care about it that much. Not enough to put it in the second tier, definitely not enough to put it in the first, kind of just there to me, so it'll go in the third tier. Next up we have the Madrid Suit, which is one of my favorites. Finally we got to one of the suits that it's in my top 5 for sure. I don't know what it is about it, just looks really good on him. And he was caking that day. Somebody had to say it. Like he had a dump truck in these pants, and for what? So this one's gonna go up in the top tier, the elite. This one really is elite. I will not be taking any criticism at this time. And look at that, another one in my top 5 right after that. The Dallas Suit is another one of my absolute favorites of all time. I just think it's really pretty. I love the color, like that soft pink, and then it has like the floral design up the side. That's so just pretty. I'm gonna put this one up in the elite along with the Madrid one. Next up is Singapore, like this gold looking Hershey's wrapper, golden ticket kind of looking top. I really cannot tell through these pictures what material this is, and it's really not that gold. It looks like it could be a blend of other colors too. I like the ruffles. I like that it's open chest. I don't mind this one. I don't think it's terrible. I think I'm gonna put it in Still Deserves to Be Kept Forever and Heavily Guarded. Next up we have Dublin, and unfortunately that brings us to our first outfit that I don't like. So sorry if you liked the Dublin outfit, but I cannot stand it. I just hate it. Jumpsuit for why? Maybe if it was... No, I just don't like the jumpsuit thing. So I'm gonna put it down here. Please never wear this again. Next up down here we have the Toronto suit, which is like, it's like this soft pink suit with the black designs on it. Another one that's just so pretty. I don't like it quite as much as the other pink one, but I do love both of them. This one is also really, really cute. I'm gonna put this in Still Deserves to Be Kept Forever and Heavily Guarded because it's beautiful. Next up is Germany, like this gold suit with the pink thing. I don't really like this suit. I think the pattern is kind of weird and I don't like the pink with the gold like that. Maybe if it was done in a different way it would have looked better, but I don't really care about this suit. It's another one of the ones that's just kind of there to me. So I'm gonna put it in the third tier. Might be okay if I'm sitting in the nosebleeds. Might be, but who knows? Then we have another gold one, the Australia one down here, which is another gold and black. Another really weird pattern. It looks kind of like melted gold or like fire or like liquid gold, something like that. And it's just the pattern, like the colors are so pretty, but I just don't like the pattern. It looks, and that's like what art is supposed to be all about. Remind me to never become a designer because I would not make it. Kind of hate this. Just don't like the pattern, so I'm gonna put it in the same category in the third tier. Next up down here is the Birmingham Suit, which is just plain blue. And there was like several different points, as I'm sure you know, where Harry just wore like a plain colored suit. Some of them I like more than others just because of the color of them. Actually, I really kind of like this one. I like this color, like this blue color. My problem here is that I kind of like this one, but I also don't want to put it in the second tier because the ones in the second tier are like so much better than my like for this one. Like my like for this suit does not compare to my like for the other ones that are already in the second tier. It's all right. It's just kind of plain. Next up we have the Michigan Suit, which is another one that is kind of like repeated, like he wears the same thing multiple nights, but they're in different colors. But I still really love this one. It seems so simple, but this style of shirt is not common at all. So it was really cool that Harry like wore it on stage and did that and added it in with his tour suits. I think it's perfect. I love it. And whenever I look at the Detroit suit, I always think of him saying boy, girl, whatever it decides, talking about a baby's gender. I'm gonna put this in the second tier. Deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded, as it does. Zooming in on this picture, I really can't tell which suit this is. It looks like the Australia suit, the Brisbane one, all black, but I also can't see the side of his leg because he has another all black suit but with like a design on the leg. I wish these had like the cities on them so I could see it, but for now I just have to go based on the picture. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this picture is the Brisbane one, and if I'm wrong later, we'll deal with it later. And I'm gonna put that in, might be okay if I'm sitting in the nosebleeds, the third tier, not because it's a bad suit, but because it's just so underwhelming, especially in comparison to all the other wonderful things he did. Oh my god, it's time! We finally reached my favorite tour suit. I'm sure you know if you like watch my videos, I talk about this. The Copenhagen suit is my #1 all-time favorite Harry tour suit. It's just so beautiful. It's simply so beautiful. It's my favorite color. My favorite color is blue. It's sparkly, which is my favorite kind of suit, the sparkly ones. It has the silver trim. It has the pretty like necktie thing. I know a lot of his glittery suits kind of look the same, but for some reason this one is just the one. Like it's just the one to me. I could sit here and talk to my camera until it dies about how much I love the Copenhagen suit. Instead, I'm just gonna put it up here in the top tier, the elite. This one is the most elite of all of them. Nobody can touch her. So next up we have the LA suit, one of the LA suits. I think this suit is nice. It looks kind of similar to the Indianapolis suit, but I like it. I like that it has a little cut in the side of it, like on the folds of it. It makes it look a little bit nicer. And I do like that style of shirt. I kind of talked about that in this video. I think it's much better than wearing just a regular like button down or something. So I'm gonna put this in Still Deserves to Be Kept Forever and Heavily Guarded. Next up we have the Mexico City suit. This one is iconic. You can't even tell me it wasn't. This one was so iconic. They did so well with the design. I love that it's like open with the white shirt underneath. And then he's got like the red in there. It just worked. This is like such a perfect suit for Harry to like jam around and be Harry in. So I'm gonna put this in... I'm gonna put it in the second tier. Deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. Heavily. add an extra guard in there for the Mexico City suit. Next up we have the suit from Thailand, the sparkly pink one. It looks really similar to the Copenhagen suit, but like I said, it's in a different color. So I still really love it for all the same reasons. It's sparkly, it's beautiful, it's just so pretty, has the white underneath. And not only is it pink though, but it's like so iridescent. Like it looks like it has like twinges of silver in there too, like mixed colors, and I love that. I'm gonna put it up in the elite. I mean, it's a little bit lower than the Copenhagen one, but it's still just like one of my favorites just because it's so pretty. So I'll put it up there. Next up we have the Germany suit, Munich, Germany. It's like this Barney purple suit with yellow on it. I can't sit here and say I don't like the purple yellow combination because I just said earlier that I loved the Milan suit, which is literally that mustard yellow and purple combination. But this time the combination doesn't work. I don't like it because of the random yellow stripes down his leg. I just don't think it works. He said, "I am a dinosaur from our imagination." I don't like the suit. I'm gonna put it down here and please never wear this again. And I'm saying that nicely too. Next up is the Chicago suit. We got the red plaid going on. I really do like the Chicago suit, which I don't really like some of the other plaid ones, but I think this one worked, even though he looks like a picnic table. And I like that the bottoms are flared out. That makes it look a lot different and more unique than maybe a different plaid suit. So I'm gonna put it in the second tier. Still deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. Yes. Guard that picnic table. So next up we have the Barcelona suit. Whenever I see this suit, I just vividly think about Harry performing Anna with that rainbow lei thing around his neck. You know the video I'm talking about. You know exactly the one, because I always think of that when I see this suit. Don't really like it, and I think it's just because of the pattern. Simply, I don't really have anything else to say about it, but I'm gonna put this in the third tier. Next up is one of the Japan suits, and I don't like it. I'm gonna put this down here and please never wear this again. So the next tour suit that we have here is Harry's Manchester suit, like the pink one that was over the black and white striped one. And I actually really like this suit. I wouldn't like it if it was just like on its own without the shirt underneath, but I think it's really cool that he had the referee looking shirt going on underneath it. I think that really added something. He's giving me Beetlejuice but pink, and I respect it. I'll put it in the second tier. It's not like a favorite, but I don't want to put it in the third tier. It's a good outfit. Next up we have the New York suit, the blue one that he was wearing when he's saying "You're still the one with Casey." I think I feel similarly about this suit like I did with the yellow, off yellow brownish colored one. The only exciting thing about it is like the design on the sleeves. I don't really like it that much. It's not my favorite shade of blue. It's like dark. I like light blues, but the design on the sleeve is kind of cute. But I mean, I think I'm gonna put this suit in the third tier, not because it's ugly, but it's not giving me much. It's kind of just there to me. The only reason why it's memorable is because of what happened when he was wearing the suit. Next up we have the Hong Kong suit with the stars and a little lightning bolt on it. I don't really like it. Something about it just feels very cheesy. What I do like about this suit though is like the silk black piece, but I just don't like the pattern of silver stars and lightning bolts. How much? Okay, I don't like it, but how much do I not like it? I think I'm gonna put it in please never wear this again. That one's gonna hurt. I know, I'm so sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. I just hate the pattern. The next one is his outfit from the Santiago show, and I don't really have an opinion on it. It's another one that's just there because it's really lacking, especially in comparison to the extravagance of some of his other ones. Like, I feel like it doesn't belong in any category. So I'll put it in the third tier. The next one up is the Italy suit, like the hot pink looking one. It's just pretty. Look at it. It's just pretty. And once again, I love the white necktie thing. I love that there's a slightly different shade of pink on the insides that match the lining on his pants. Should I put this up in my very top tier? I think I'm just gonna leave the top category open. Like, no limit, just put your absolute favorite ones up there and don't worry about how many it will be. So I think I am gonna put this one up in the elite category just because I like the little details and it's just such a pretty color on him. That's 3 pink suits up there. I'm a woman of consistency, I guess. Next up we have the Philly suit, which I actually really like. This one's pretty simple because it's just black and white, but I like how it's like reversed and he's wearing white on top and then all black on the bottom. I'm still trying to make the second category like favorites of mine, maybe not all-time favorite, but like really, really good ones. So I think for that reason solely, I'm gonna put this in the third tier. Next up we have the Vancouver suit, and this is probably going to hurt because I don't like this. It's not a suit, but you know what I mean, the outfit. I don't know why, I just hate it, the way that it fits him. And I also don't like that thing that like comes down across here. I'm gonna put this down and please never wear this again. Harry, don't wear this again. Actually, Harry, You can wear whatever you want. Wear this again if you liked it. Please, I'm begging you, because that's all that matters. But for this video, I'm gonna say, please never wear this again. Next up is the San Jose suit, and this is another one that I just feel so terrible about because I know people love this suit and I just don't. It's giving me like tablecloth, and usually Harry like pulls off grandma well, but I just don't like this pattern. So I'm gonna put this down here and please never wear this again. I'm so sorry. I know people love this suit, but the colors, I'm just not on board. Okay, next up is the Switzerland suit. I love this one. It's really pretty. It's sparkly. I like the sparkle. In my most honest opinion, it suits Harry really well. I think I'm gonna put this up with the elite ones. I really like this one. I have such boring taste in suits. I'm sure you figured that out by now. I really just like the ones that are like pretty. Next up is the Denver outfit, which we've already kind of talked about this. It's like the same shirt in different colors, but I like this one too. I like that it's gold, really nothing to say about it. I like it for the same reasons as the other one. It's just pretty. It's a unique shirt. I'm gonna put it in the second tier. Still deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. Next up down here we have the Hershey suit, Pennsylvania. This one I really like, even though it's like just your basic suit, but I really like this one. I think the most out of all like the plain suits that he wore, I like this one the most just because of the color, and it looks really good on him. So I'm gonna put it in deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded just because I really like it. I think this next one is the Georgia suit. Not really a suit that I can say much about. It's kind of just there, not really giving me much. I mean, I know there's like a little design down the side of the leg, but it's nothing like, you know, it's just a stripe. I'm gonna put it in the third tier. Might be okay if I'm in the nosebleeds, not because that means anything. Next up we have the Sweden one, Stockholm, Sweden, the pink one with plaid stripes. I love this suit for some reason. Even though it kind of reminds me of like math class a little bit, I like the shade of pink that it is, and I also like that the lines on it aren't too crowded, like they're a little bit more spaced out, so it's not really plaid. I'm gonna put it in the second tier, deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. I don't think there's anything he ever wore that was pink that I didn't like. I don't know why, his pink suits just work. Next up is the Norway suit. I like this one just because it's really unique. This could potentially have inspired many like vampire AU kind of things, because that's what I'm getting from it. Getting very like Victorian vampire. So I'm gonna put it in the second tier as well. Deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. Okay, next up is the Tokyo suit with like the stripes on it. It's a little bit similar to the Argentina suit. We haven't talked about that one yet, but less fun because it's not like sparkly or anything. It kind of just has lines on it. I do like it when his suits have the lines that go this way, vertical instead of horizontal, but it's not one of my all-time favorites. I think I'm gonna put it in the third tier, not because it's ugly. I like it, it's just not giving me a ton. The next suit is from one of the Germany shows, the red one with like the little wavy things on it. I actually really like this one. I was sitting here thinking about it for a second and I was like, oh, I'll just put this in the same category, but I kind of like this one a little bit more. I don't know why. I think the red is like a nice color. It looks good on him. And I like that the shirt underneath has like a pattern going on instead of just being a plain black shirt. I'm gonna put it in the second tier. Then we have the Argentina suit, like I mentioned earlier. I love this one. Oh, fuck else am I supposed to say? I just love this one. I think it works. I'm gonna put this up in like with my favorites, like the elite one. Next up is the one from Seattle, I think. Yeah, it's the black one from Seattle. I really like this one. We've already talked about the same shirt in different colors, but I like this one because it's like see-through. Like it's sheer, but still sparkly, and I like the pants that he's wearing with it. So I'm gonna put this in the second tier. Deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded because it's really nice. It's really pretty. Okay, next up we have the Manila suit. I hope I'm saying that right. This is another like pirate type of shirt, kind of like we talked about with the Amsterdam one. This one is giving me more Shakespeare than it is pirate. He really looks like he's about to go hit up Friar Lawrence and like use a scroll to write a message to send away on his carrier pigeon. I don't like this one. I think I talked about earlier how I'm just not a fan of that style of shirt. I think it would look better if he wasn't wearing the black vest thing over it. I'm gonna put this down in, I'm gonna put it down in Please Never Wear This Again, which is a little harsh. I don't hate this one, I just really don't like it. Next up we have another London suit. I really like this one. I mean, I bet you guessed that I was gonna say I like this one because it's pink and it has sparkles on it, which are two very common factors in all of my favorite Harry suits. I like the gold, I like the design on the jacket. So I'm gonna put this in the second tier. Deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. The next one is a Florida suit. It's another one that's just like plain black, so I don't really care about it. It's kind of just there. So I think for this one, it's gonna be the same as all the other black suits and go in the 3rd tier. Next up, we have another Brazil fit, and this one is another, yes, pirate realness. This one I at least like a little bit better than the other ones because of the material. It's like shiny and pretty, but I still don't really like this style of shirt. I just don't like it. And I think once again, if he wasn't wearing the black vest over it and it was just the pirate looking shirt with the ruffles and a little bit of open at the top, it would look so much better. So I think for that reason, I'm gonna put it in the 3rd tier instead of the 2nd to last like the other one. Next up is the Nashville suit. I love this one so much. It's going in the top tier, the elite. Nashville suit, I love you. It's just so pretty. Blue and silver works really well together, but the like silver parts are also like kind of colorful. Like if the Nashville suit was a person and it looked me in the eye and said, "Go cook me my dinner, bitch." Next up, we have another one of the New York suits, the elite New York suit, the white with the black pattern on it. I love this one. I love that his pants are flared out at the bottom like that. I love this suit. I think it's amazing. I'm gonna put it in the 2nd tier. Deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. Next up, we have Glasgow. I've been waiting for this one. I would never have anything bad to say about the fact that he wore a kilt. He brought it all out. He didn't hold back. He brought it and it worked and he was so happy that night. I'm gonna put that up in the elite because where else would it belong? Nowhere else. Next up, we have the very iconic, very well-known LA Night 2 suit that he was wearing when he performed Kiwi 3 times in a row because he is insane, but that was still one of the best nights. I vividly remember. Not to mention this outfit is perfect. I love it. Not an all-time favorite, but it's good tier. I'm gonna put it in the 2nd tier, deserves to be kept forever and heavily guarded. And I think if any of them were to be kept and heavily guarded seriously, it might be this one. Next up is the Sacramento like jumpsuit looking thing, and it's kind of the same story as the other one. I just don't like that style of outfit. This one's a little bit better because I like the color better and it's kind of sparkly, like it has the little glitter things on it, so it's pretty. I just don't like that it's all connected, like I don't know, I just don't like that style of outfit. I'm gonna put it down with the other one and please never wear this again, but it does get bonus points because it's at least a pretty design. And then the last thing we have in this tier maker is the Massachusetts one. I mean, it's okay. This is definitely what Harry would be wearing in my brain if he was casted as Eric in The Little Mermaid back when we thought he was gonna do that, except it's like a punk rock version of him. I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite thing. I like the ruffled collar thing he has going on though, instead of just wearing a regular shirt. Just gonna put that in, I'll put it in the 3rd tier. And that completes all of Harry's tour suits. I didn't put anything in the electric chair, though I thought about it with those jumpsuits because I really don't like them, but I didn't put anything in the electric chair, nothing that harsh. Well, maybe I should have. Thank you guys for watching my tour suit ranking. Let me know in the comments what your favorite suits are. I would love to know. I'm really curious. I love talking to other stans about their favorite tour suit. While you're down there, don't forget to check out the description for my main channel, my social medias. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I hope you're all doing absolutely amazing, taking care of yourselves. Thank you for being patient with me while I was going through some stuff. I can't wait to crank out some more videos for you, and I'll see you in the next one.
When you walk through the door, changes into something